Hi everyone. Today is Friday, December 12th, 2025. Yesterday I had to take Robbie, Braytech, Ronan, and Naomi back to the dentist. Naomi didn't have an appointment, but the fill-in that they did a couple of weeks ago fell out. So I took her up there in the hopes that they could fix it, and they actually did. They did fix it right then, so that was great. Excuse me. Oh, I got something stuck in my throat. Anyway, so then, Robbie, when he was in the army, apparently they didn't do dental care, like, at all. So his teeth, he had 4 cavities. And, so they said, well, we have some time this afternoon because we had a cancellation if you guys want to stick around. Now, our appointments were at like 9 a.m. and they had another spot for us at 1. And our dentist, ouch, is over an hour from home. So we're like, okay, I guess we'll stick around. You know, it was my day off anyway, sort of. Like, I was gonna work if I got back in time, but otherwise I was, I was gonna get I can move my hours around for that job, so I was gonna put those hours just on a different day. And, so I was like, okay, well, yeah, I'll stick around. And, so I had to go find something to do. So the first thing we did was we went to Subway because it was the only restaurant open. And we got something to eat. We wanted to go to Dairy Queen because we don't have fast food in the town we live in. And the town with our dentist has only Subway at Dairy Queen. Usually we do Dairy Queen, but they weren't open yet. They didn't open till 11. But Subway was open. So we went to Subway. I went to Subway, and after that, we still had a bunch of time that we needed to waste, basically. So we also went to Circle K. They had a bunch of like really novelty candies. So the town we were in is a very touristy town. So I had a bunch of like novelty candies. I got these like things that were squishy eyeballs, but they were 1 second. Okay, now I had to blow my nose. These squishy eyeball gummies, they were like this big, so I got a bunch of those to bring back for the other kids. And after that, we still had a ton of time. So we also went to Dairy Queen, got some ice cream. I should have just ordered one for me and Naomi to share, but I bought us both a Blizzard, and the boys paid for their own ice cream. And then Naomi and I did not finish our ice cream. It was too much ice cream on already full stomachs, so we didn't finish it. And then we still, even after all of that, we still had too much time. So we went to the local grocery store, which is actually a Whole Foods. And then we still had an hour and a half with nothing to do because in our neck of the woods, most things closed for the winter. So there really wasn't anything to do. So we gave up, went back to the dentist's office. Gosh, I just keep sneezing. We went back to the dentist's office, and we just kind of hung out there and waited, and then they got Robbie in. They were able to fix 3 of his 4 teeth in that time, but we're gonna have to go back next week to finish it. So I have really good healthy teeth. My husband's family does not, and unfortunately most of my kids got their teeth. So between the last couple of weeks taking all the kids to the dentist, out of all of the kids, only 2 of them didn't have to have more dental work. But that's usually how it is. I take the kids to the dentist every 6 months to stay up on it. You know, we're really big on brushing and flossing and all of that and trying to take care of their teeth. But some of my kids were born without enamel on their baby teeth. Like when their teeth came in, they didn't have enamel on it. And so Taylor, Ellie, and Theo had to have dental surgery when they were just little to get like caps put on. But you know, as long as we stay up on it, it's not so bad. It got really difficult in 2020, 2021 when all the dental offices were closed and they wouldn't see patients. Because when you have like problems with your teeth, that should be considered essential, and it wasn't considered essential for some reason. So that created a lot of problems then. Things are fine now, and you know, I decided I really liked that gold look that I wore the other day, so I'm doing it again. I don't normally wear gold, but for some reason it's working. Oh, we watched Bad Guys 2 the other day, and there's this scene where the characters are like, they're like, keep saying the word gold, it doesn't make sense anymore if you keep saying it. So they would just go gold, 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 gold. So we started doing that. I don't know what's up with my voice today. Anyway, when we finally did get home, it was almost 3 o'clock. And I did end up going to work for a couple of hours. Well, it was like almost 2 hours. And then I came home, and Taylor and I walked to the pizza place because they decided that they're gonna stay open for the winter, but without the tourists, there's not a lot of income for them. So, you know, trying to support local business and everything. So we went and got pizza, and we were wearing matching snowsuits. Well, not completely matching. Hers was purple, mine's pink. They're both actually my snowsuits, but oh, and that scab finally fell off of my face, so I could put makeup over that spot again. But it was fun. We had a good time. And came home, spent some time with the little kids. It felt a lot later than it was, but it was only like 5:30. since it gets dark so early, it gets dark at like 4. It just feels later. Also, like, I have a harder time getting to sleep in the winter. Maybe it's because I don't get as much fresh air. So I was up until like 10:30ish. Oh, and the night before, the northern lights were out. Oh, it was so pretty. It was so cold out, so I would like go outside, take a few pictures, and come back in. It was the sky was like red. It was so pretty. I couldn't believe how bright red it was. The last time we had it bright red like that was when we were in South Dakota coming back from Oklahoma for Robbie's graduation from basic. But I do have to work most of the day today. Hoping to get into the gym again. Our local gym is so expensive, and a lot of that is because they're the only gym, so they can get away with charging expensive prices. But it's gotten harder and harder to use my home equipment because Rob keeps putting stuff on it. Make him end up more pointy today. Sometimes I like to make them look rounded, and other times I like to make them look pointy. I think I really like my hair black like this. First time I dyed my hair black, I wasn't crazy about it. But I can do a whole lot more colors with my makeup when my hair's just in black. It works better. I don't know. Kids haven't wanted to put up Christmas decorations. Most of the time. We didn't decorate last year either. We were so busy getting ready for Robbie to come home. Because he was on leave. And then we did so many activities. And we were just on the move all of December last year. I asked the kids, I'm like, do you guys want to do decorations? See, we had stopped having a Christmas tree a long time ago because Teal'c would try to knock it over, and we didn't want him to get hurt. So, and we also don't have a lot of space here, so we would make paper trees. I would trace the kids' hands on green paper, and we would make trees on paper, and then tape it up on the wall, and we would I need to get more setting spray. We would make a bunch of like glittery homemade decorations, and so I asked the kids, I'm like, do you want to make decorations? Well, Teal'c liked to rip down the decorations. He would, we would tape them where he could reach, and he would slowly rip them while looking at us with a cheeky little smile and rip pieces off of it. Or sometimes he'd just like swipe the whole thing down and take off. And it was hilarious. And we would be like, Teal'c, act like we were upset, but he knew it was a game, it was fun. And so I asked the kids, I'm like, do you want to make decorations? And the kids are like, not really. Taylor says, Mom, without Teal'c here, there's no point in making decorations. The little kids are excited to get their presents, but the big kids kind of aren't. One of the big things we did during Christmas is Teal'c didn't unwrap his own presents. But he loved watching the paper fly, and the kids would be extra dramatic, ripping the paper off the presents, and Tilk would chase it like a kitty cat. And the kids are like, Mom, without that, it's just not the same. It's just not fun anymore. Most of our holiday traditions are kind of, we don't know what to do with them anymore. Because everything, our life was so different. We adapted because of Tilk's medical needs and everything. Everything was adapted around that. And now, like, most of our traditions don't make sense anymore. So we're trying to rebuild Christmas, I guess. And it's really hard. We don't really know what to do with that yet. Last year we did every activity we could think of. This year not so much. Part of it, I'm working more hours, so we can't just go off somewhere. It's hard. Today's the 11th. I think, or was it the 12th? It's the 12th. Christmas is coming up really fast, and I just don't feel very Christmassy. I've helped 3 of my elderly neighbors decorate their house, but we don't have anything up. We don't have any decorations up. Kids, I was gonna make some. I'm just gonna decorate. The kids don't want to. So I guess we're just not going to this year. We did make Christmas cookies, but we bake stuff a lot throughout the year, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys real soon.